How you guys doing? In this video, I'm going to show you 8 great picks for stocks you can play tomorrow, watch this tomorrow, and throughout this week. With that, I'm also going to show you the technical analysis behind why I chose what I chose and allow you to kind of use what I use and apply my techniques on any stock at any time frame. I'm not going to show you value purchases, but momentum purchases and even some great breakout potential ones as well for this week. If you watch this video from the start to conclusion, I can guarantee you will learn something new, you're going to get better at trading, and you're going to thank yourself later. With that being said, my name's Evan. Today's February 28th, 2022. Welcome to Buy the Bulls. Let's get into it. If you don't know, I'm your esteemed host, Evan. Thank you for being here. It means the world to me, aka John Stonkton.
Pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang!
Aka Chef Boyar Swing.
Hey, Mambo. Mambo Italia.
Aka Bruce Springsteen. All those great edits put together. It's great stuff. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. I really appreciate you being here. I don't like to take too much time in the beginning to ramble on, but we're going to talk about technical analysis and 8 great picks for the day. We're going to talk about supports, resistances, trend lines, patterns, EMA lines, volume profile, RSI, stochastic, and the vortex indicator. These 8 things make up my technical analysis plan, and you can check those out on the screen, all the kind of lines and stuff, so you know what I'm talking about. Secondly, if you enjoy this kind of content, my class is available online, 25 free lessons. Check it out on my YouTube page. It's there for you to learn. Use it, abuse it, take it. It's all there for you. It's great stuff. If you really enjoy my content, I have great supporters at patreon.com. It's in the description box down below. With that, you get 5 morning newsletters, 5 nightly newsletters. You get early pick access, live portfolio of mine, all my journal picks, updated tickers, a whole bunch of great stuff. I don't charge until the first of the month. I suggest you guys wait till 3/2. Come join, check it out. I'd love to have you. It means the world to me. The support's been life-changing. It's been life-changing. I really appreciate it. Lastly, I enjoy and appreciate likes and comments on my videos and subscribes. Scroll down, check that out as well. Sometimes I do the awkward eye contact. Not today. I want to kind of get into this. I have some great picks for you. But check it out down below. Like, subscribe, comment. It means the world to me. With that being said, 8 great picks today. We have some great stocks. Let's get into it. So first is CIGI, Coilers International Group. This is a great uptrend. It has recently lost its uptrend to some extent. I mean, it has definite higher lows across the board, but you saw this here, right? Bouncing off greatly. It's broken down because of earnings, but now we have a great support play, right? Anywhere near 134.50 is a low risk entry. It's showing life after hours here. That's fine. It wants to show some more life. That's great, but I do want to enter below 136 myself. Very easy play. A lot of times we have great convergence with like uptrends and patterns coming together. But for a play like this, we just kind of have our support play, which is great for simplicity and for easy entry for a beginner. Our POC here, watch my volume profile video, that is going to be talking about our gravitational node. That's down here. This is the highest volume node. It wants to come down to this. So this is definitely a deterring factor, saying it's below us. But it's a very simple play. You can enter on 134, 135. Let's just say where it is right now. Risking 3% at most. Could easily see a move of 12, 15. Even here, it's a 4-1, 5-1 kind of setup. I love what I see. Let's check our indicators together. What's so cool about this channel is I actually don't use indicators to scan with or chart with. A lot of beginners rely heavily on RSI, MACD crossovers. It's all well and good, but as you find out, as you get better at trading, indicators show you 4 things and 4 things only. Trend, momentum, volume, and volatility. I have not checked the indicators at all. We'll check these together. You're going to see live how I properly use indicators to trade off of and trade with. With that being said, let's check out our indicators together. So CIGI hit a great 200 EMA line bounce. It would go off and bounce a bunch of times. You could have guessed it was going to break down soon because you can see this whole time period. It took what? 250 days? What's that in months? Like 8 months? Yeah, like 8 months to tap the 200 again. And then it tapped it way closer, and then closer and closer and closer. It's going horizontally. Secondly, when it comes to trend, we can see that the 200 is going sideways, the 50 is kind of going sideways. It's definitely a sideways play. Could you play a 10 EMA crossover or anything? You can. When you cross the 10 EMA line, you get a lot of nice short-term swings and really nice day trades here. But a lot of these good runs happen over the 50. See how I have to clarify that? Under the 50, the 10 crosses are not that great. Over it, it's really good. Could you wait for a 200 or 10 crossover? Sure, 3 or 4%. It's fine. It's not optimal for what I want to see, but you certainly can do it if you wanted to. We get you in the camera there. You certainly can if you wanted to. For me, I want to buy off of value. Again, there's two ways to buy stocks for a beginner. Value, like, hey, that's a good price, I'm going to buy it. Or, hey, it's going up, I'll ride the momentum up. This is a great value stock. I have momentum ones. This is a great value stock. I'd enter because, one, the TA shows that we have value. Two, the EMA lines are nice and above us, showing that we have value. RSI is below 30. Stochastic is low and curling north. And then bulls are bottoming out. Great down here, and bears are way up here. CIGI definitely had a huge earnings overreaction. It's made gaps above us I want to see it get filled. I think at this point for a value purchase, it's really where you want it. It looks fantastic. If you think that the markets tomorrow are going to open green and continue up, it's a very easy play with low risk potential and high reward potential. CIGI, I'd watch list it. I definitely like what I see. Next, HMY, Harmony Gold Mining. Now, to be fair, I think gold's going to do really well, so you got to really make sure you do your due diligence for this play. I think HMY eventually should have a really nice move up, but I think what happened was its earnings overreaction is definitely too high. I think HMY wants to be closer to $4 or $3.90. With that being said, a breakout, like a solid green bar over this resistance area like this, if we get one of these plays tomorrow and does one of these, I would look to go long, 100%. You get over here, you make a move, it's going to move quick and make nice moves, easy play. I think it's an easier short though, so we can see right about here, risking 1-2% for a short. Gaps want to be filled on every single time frame. Gentlemen, gaps like to be filled. So I think this is a really good looking play. Looking back historically, this gap here gets filled. This gap here gets filled. This gap here gets filled. Gap filled. Every single gap on this time frame, 9 out of 10 times, eventually gets filled across the board. And what I mean is the price, like this does not get filled. See how when we have like a gap down like this, it doesn't get filled. But this one right here, price comes back and fills the missing box every single time on this time frame. So this move up is way too big. I think it's going to come collapsing down 8 or 9%, and then it might take off once again. I'm glad I have a cat cam. The cat's now gone. Easy short here. Simple resistance play. Not much life up here. I love what I see for a big move that's too quick. If you want to see a breakout, if you hold the 10 EMA line and continue up, it's a really good momentum play to go along with. I think if we do kind of consolidate here and slow down, the 10's going to catch up like this. We cross under. Easy way to play is a 10 EMA cross under for a short, especially a 50 cross under. Too far away, but 10 cross under makes sense for a short here. RSI is a bit high, like that. Again, under 30 is what you want. It's at 60, really high up here. Stochastic, again, is maxing out and starting to kind of curl north. As soon as that blue line crosses under the red line, that's your first sign of weakness. And look at the vortex, green just crossed under, showing weakness as well. So H and Y here, all those signs point to overbought and slowing down. On top of that, above 440, there's no volume, which is not good for folks buying in, trying to go long here, unless we do get volume. If volume does kick in, it makes a huge move up because of the gold crisis and folks are buying into gold. That's a great idea, great fundamentals. I don't know if H and Y at this moment is big into gold and holding gold, but if they are, I would be mistaken. Go along, but the DD is on you. I'm just giving you the good technical setups. H and Y, right here, easy short, but it does break out. Also easy long. Either way, I love it. I'd watch this for this week. Next, LPI. I've played LPI publicly. I made a nice move of like 8 or 9% right here, and then I sold it, and then it went up another 12%, so that was pretty brutal. But we're back once again. A great ascending triangle. Again, we have folks selling here, coming down, pushing the price up, coming down, pushing the price up. You can see consistently, what's this called? Higher lows. Folks said 51's fair, then 58's fair, then 61's fair, now 65 is fair, and folks are pushing the envelope as bears can only sell at 77 and that's it. They have no power here. It's all bulls pushing in. So LPI here is definitely a breakout pattern. As I said, we're talking about value purchasing and momentum purchasing. LPI is momentum. We want to see the price continue up and ride that wave. Yes, we missed the boat on the cheapest price, but there's still money to be made here. So I think LPI, if tomorrow's weak and comes out and breaks below $74 and some change, I'm waiting for 66. I wanted to buy in the trend line, but I think that this is a really good play as it kind of builds up momentum and then breaks out. So I think it's a good momentum play. It's a strong resistance that it does get broken. It's going to be great. Earnings, overreaction. A crash. It's coming back here. I think if it does get some life and some volume, LPI is going to be a great play into this week. When it comes to our indicators, as long as we hold the 10 EMA line, we're good. You could even go with the 50 and be just fine as well. If we go back historically, look at the 10 run-ups are legendary. They're great. Look at the 10 rundowns are legendary. So either way, as long as we hold the 10 EMA line, we're good to go. That's a good boy right there, getting the little camera. That's my boy. So that looks really good to me for a momentum play. Again, if we lose the 10, lose the 50, waiting for value makes sense as well. The indicators, RSI is a bit high. That makes sense. Again, we have a nice move up. We want to buy momentum. That's logical. Stochastic, again, is a bit high. I don't see anything overly concerning. It's just a bit high. And then the vortex just crossed under, which means, again, you may have to see some consolidation here. LPI does have the technical analysis of a breakout, but the indicators kind of telling me if we lose that 10 and the vortex dips more and the stochastic dips more, waiting for value makes sense. Either way, LPI should be watchlisted. I don't know if it's going to be ready to play tomorrow. It may not be. It may be. I think the best vote is always patience in these kinds of markets, pumping the brakes and waiting for some clarity. But either way, LPI here, I love it. I've made money off it. I would watchlist it. I do love what I see. Next is PRA, or Pro Assurance Corp right here. It's a great looking play overall, a great wedge. Look at 1, 2, 3 solid hits. Support 1, 2, 3 solid hits. I mention this because a lot of folks draw trend lines from A to B, right? Any one of you idiots, any one of me idiots, right, can draw A to B. But a good trend line's A, B, C, and then hopefully D, E, F eventually. That's way more consistent, easier to play off of. So as we can see, oh, thank you. Oh, he's falling down. That's a good boy. Oh, meow, 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 meow. What's great about PRA here is that we have really clear trend line and a very clear support. I mean, we have one here at 23. We have one a bit lower at 2280 and a great one at 22 in general. Up here, not much support, a small resistance here. But again, if we do dip tomorrow, it's a red day. Hey, 3% sell-off, I'm happy to buy. Hey, it shows some life here and kind of keeps going up. Hey, momentum, I'm here to buy for it. This is a great wedge. We're looking for a breakout. When this bad boy does break out, it should do one of these bad boys. Just takes off, right? I love what I'm seeing. Great consolidation. Before we check the indicators, and watch them, turn them on, and then look at you. If the EMA lines, the 200 and the 50 in particular, are in the middle of this triangle, we have a triangle like this, and we have some EMA lines, and if they kind of go in the middle and they're kind of matching up in the middle here, that shows consolidation. If that's the case, our thesis that we have a horizontal wedge here going for a breakout checks out. Let's check it out together. So with PRA, I can't even tell. We zoom in here. What's it showing us? That's a resistance trend. That's a supporting trend. Where are the EMA lines? Dab smack in the middle of our pattern, showing us this is a wedge. We're going for a breakout. Chef Boyer swing special, baby. What we can see here is a 10 cross, 50 cross, or 200 cross may come tomorrow. If we want to buy the momentum, we get a bad boy like this, boop, we buy in, go along. If it doesn't and it doesn't live here and breaks down at 23.50, boop, you buy in lower. Either way, great wedge here. I love what I see. RSI's at 49. It makes sense. We're going sideways. Why would we have value if it's going sideways, right? Over the last, since this big move over here, it's only really moved 12% in 200 days, right? This is not, it makes sense we're in the middle. Stochastic is low. I like that. Again, a bit lower is better. And again, bulls and bears are tied. So PRA here is definitely a nice value purchase or a nice momentum purchase. The thing that makes this different is, of course, patience. A lot of these plays this week require patience. This is no different. I think waiting to see that crossover or can wait for that discount makes a lot more sense to me. But in my opinion, PRA here, great watch list item. I do love what I see. Next is SGT, a great ascending triangle. We recently had what could be considered a horizontal triangle, and now we're starting to pressure, right? I think this resistance is starting to break, which is a great sign. Overall, bulls bought in, pushed it to around 720. Then they bought in at 550, pushed it to 720. They bought in again 590 higher, pushed it to 720, bought in 625. You get the idea. Bulls have all the power here, pushing bears out. Of course, this is a high up spot. Of course, this is a good dividend stock, plenty of dividend payouts, up 10, 11 cents for $6. It's fine. It's nothing crazy, but this is looking for a huge breakout here. I do want to buy into the breakout. As we can see today, it's down almost 4%. I don't want to buy into this. I think if it comes on the POC at 680, makes a lot more sense, or even better at 660. I may be a bit early, because I saw this earlier today, right at this volume profile line. I may be a bit early, but I think SGT a bit lower at 680s, 670s, or 660s makes a whole lot more sense. Regardless of when it's ready to blast off, SGT has that blast off pattern ready to go. Tight consolidation. I love what I see for a breakout play. With our EMA lines, we lost the 10. Officially, if this candle solidifies and we lose it, I would then again wait for us to regain the 10 in the meantime, or wait for better value. The 10 crosses are great. But when you lose the 10, it's the first sign of weakness, right? You lose the 10, first sign of weakness, right? We lose the 10, first sign here. So I don't want to go balls deep up here after we lost the 10. You lose the 10, it usually comes back down, right? So you want to wait for value. That makes sense. Below the 50, below the 200, again, 660 makes sense to me. Overbought in RSI. Stochastic's a bit high. It's not making a bearish or bullish divergence. It's just high and curling down. Bulls are curling down, bears are curling up. SGT is not ready tomorrow, I don't think. I could be wrong. I'm often wrong in a lot of things, right? But SGT here doesn't make any sense to go along with if it doesn't have life. Now, after hours or tomorrow morning, you come back and it's taking the 10, go long. You like the momentum play, go long. But I think this makes a lot more sense a bit lower, given the newer data after hours. But overall, I like what I see. I would definitely watchlist it. Next is STRT. STRT, or I guess Security Corp. I love what I see here. It's a really nice little baby ascending triangle once again. We're at 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit held, and now we're holding here again. Anywhere near this volume profile line is a really good value. I mean, you may buy in here and still see 4 or 5% dips, which no one wants to hold through. But anywhere in this area from 36 to 38 is a really good value for this kind of play. With the recent higher lows, some recent lower highs, it's really starting to come together. Make this little baby wedge down that seems to be breaking out here. It's kind of getting consolidated. Anywhere near $37.50 or $37 makes a whole lot of sense here. The POC, as I mentioned, is a gravitational node. It's our highest volume node. It wants to pull us higher. And so that's being above us is a great sign. Volume profiles are great support here. I mean, most of these gaps have gotten filled besides this bad boy right here. It looks really good overall. I want to see us make a nice move up to like 39 bucks, maybe 40 bucks. Real quick, 4 or 5% move here, if not more. SRT, higher lows, great support. I love what I see. When it comes to our indicators, again, all three EMA lines are above us, showing us that we have value. They're stacked right here. That's a lot of resistance to break over. You want to wait for a crossover of any of these lines. It's fine with me because it's only 2 or 3%. You get a move like this. Hey, 10 cross. We now have day trades. Hey, 50 cross. Now we have day trades and short-term swings. Hey, a 200 cross. Now we have long-term hold, short-term swings, and day trading all available to us with those crossovers. EMA line, RSI 41, it's fair, it makes sense. We're going sideways. It's consolidating. That makes sense. Stochastic is at 8, and you can see the blues crossed under the red, showing us the momentum starting to come down, and bulls is crossed under. Further showing that STRT should be a value purchase. Now, wherever you put value, 38, 37, 36 or lower is up to you. But I think STRT here will fall nicely into our little baby mitts, make a nice move here, and overall, I think it's a great value purchase. I'd watchlist it. I do love what I see. Next is TGH, a beautiful trend up. I wish I would have caught it right over here, but I didn't because I'm dumb. So overall right here, really nice channel up. Very nice moves, 3 or 4 solid hits. This is our median line. It's just a nice angle line here that shows that even at this angle, the trend is very much alive, even in the middle here for profit taking, and the resistance trend is here. So anywhere down near 34.80, anything below 35 is a really good value for this kind of play. Even here, risk 4% to make about 8 for a small move, make about 16 for a full move, 4 to 1, 5 to 1 kind of options here. The POC again is gravitational. There's a strong chance we drop down to 32, 33 and tap that if we do break down. So look for that entry if we do lose the trend line tomorrow. But overall, old resistance becomes a support. Great pattern, great trend here. It's a fantastic play. Let's check our indicators out this absolute devil-loving, handsome boy right here. I don't know what the hell I'm even saying. A 10 cross is fine. You get a 10 cross, really nice moves. Again, it's important to note, your best crossover is the 50. Usually on this time frame, the 360-day, 4-hour, you cross the 50, you have your best moves. Over the 10, you have some nice smaller moves. I mean, I'm not going to wait for a 50 cross. It's like 4% away. Why would I wait for that? It's just a good value purchase. I think for value here, we can see 35 is fine. Stochastic getting a negative 40 would be really good. And then bulls are low, bears are high. I think that's all going to culminate at $35 or just a bit less towards $34.70. But overall, TGH made a really nice move, and it's coming back down. Maybe this is the first pullback before it takes off. A lot of these plays off TGH does come up and comes back down. Retests, I want to catch that retest. I think it's a very low risk, high reward kind of play. And overall here, it's right where you want it if it's just 2% lower. But overall, TGH, I love what I see. It's a great value. I would definitely watch list it. And then lastly, not least either, is TSE. Again, one solid hit. Dos, solid hit. 3 solid hits. 1 from the same exact swing move, right? That's why you know it's really pure. 1, 2, 3, 4 close enough, and then a nice move here at 5, right? It's a nice horizontal triangle. With that paired together is a great support line. Again, it's bounced 3 or 4 times. It's looking great. I want to buy in at 51. Give me 2% off. All right, that's what I want to see is a $51 entry. Absolute steal at that point. The POC wants to pull us higher. And again, you may be like, well, to hit that, it's only 8%. I don't want to waste my time with 8%. The market is down this year like 10, if not worse. If you can make 4 or 5% with proper risk management and portfolio allocation on this kind of play, you're already triple what the stock market's done. Why would you complain? Right? Some of you lose 5% a day as a hobby. You're not going to get bangers all the time. Take the base hit sometimes. TSE here is a very easy base hit with grand slam potential. It breaks out of this pattern. Boom. Nice move up. 25, 30% can be made off an easy move here. But again, making 10, 11% for risking 2 or 3, it's an absolute winner. Again, before I show the indicators, if our EMA lines are between 60 and 50 going sideways, it shows this is a horizontal wedge. By golly, resistance trend, supporting trend, it's literally dab snack in the middle. Again, showing it's a consolidation play, going for a breakout. The amount of treats that I give you. Eat on my hands, you sweet baby birds. This is a great looking play here. A 10 cross is fine. Again though, the 10 crosses over the 50 are about 100 times better than under it. See this 50 being a resistance, being a real dumb piece of shit, but being over it is really great. So again, a 50 cross is what you want. I'm not going to wait 5% for that. But if I do get a 10 cross, hey, good times. Short-term swing, day trade, hits the 50 and dies off, I sell, no big deal. You cross over the 50, boy, you got yourself a runner. RSI, it's low. Stochastic, it's fair. I don't see any bullish divergence, no bearish divergence. That's all fine. It's just an okay value here. And then bulls are low where you want them, bears are high. TSC should be a value purchase. I think tomorrow, if it's red, that $50 because calling my name, first thing I'm buying tomorrow. If it is a green day, you know, I was going to make a green day joke like, you know, when September ends, what a joke. But I think if it crosses the 10 tomorrow, it's fine. It's fine. I think there's better plays out there. TSC, I love it a lot, but I do want to see a better value tomorrow. That's a watch list. It looks pretty good. There you guys have it. I appreciate y'all being here. Thank you so much for the continued support and added support. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another watch list. Thanks again. Happy February. Happy Black History Month. Hopefully this Russia thing calms down, all that kind of good stuff. We'll see what happens. Hopefully March is a better month and we get some level of normalcy. We'll see. Have a good one. We'll see you guys later. Thanks.